Now here's a species of ceratopsian called Pentaceratops. So named because it actually has 5 horns on its face. 3 of the obvious ones above the eyes and the nose, and let's see, the other 2 are right on its lower jaw, on its back. Now this one actually has a Guinness Book of World Records attached to it as a largest land animal skull ever found. 10.5 feet, or 3.2 meters. And granted, it is quite an impressive skull. Let me see if I can back away and have a good look at it. I have to watch my step. Yes, quite huge. Now the story I'm about to tell you was told by a volunteer and former paleontologist, Frank Lawrence. And what it was, this specimen was found in Oklahoma, I believe around the Panhandle again, like so many others. And it was, I think, around the 1930s or so. And unfortunately, due to lack of room and they just haven't gotten around to it, they kept it underneath the football stadium for quite a number of decades. Now originally they were about to expose, they were going to take these out, take them out of rock matrix, and show them on display in the fossil preparation lab as an example to future students and paleontologists about how, what they could accomplish through their actions. And what happened is they heard that they were getting a new museum, Sam Noble, a new building that can hold this, so they'll take it out and put it on display. The body came out great. The head, unfortunately, was completely crushed due to the strata over time, all in pieces. So, they didn't know what to do. I mean, it was kind of devastating. You see, imagine all this in hundreds and hundreds of pieces. I mean, it's kind of, where do you begin? Well, fortunately, right about here, on this outer crest, they found a long piece of it, and like a jigsaw puzzle, you could start from there. Now at the time, in order to put this thing together, they had sort of this white putty they put in between each piece, and once it sets, that held it together. And after time, they finally put it all together to one magnificent skull, as you see here. They were proud of themselves, they took pictures of it, they sent it to their friends. And because with all the white putty around it, they said it was the ugliest damn thing they have ever saw in their life. Because with all the white putty between all the pieces, it looked as if birds had been on it for 65 million years instead of the animal actually lived over 65 million years ago. Of course, it doesn't look like that now, because you can paint and stain it to where it all shows up as one color. I've heard this story 2 or 3 times from a man. I don't even know if he's still around anymore. I saw him once since I moved down here, but still a great story. If you ever go to Sam Noble and decide to take the elevators, there's only 2 elevators. I would suggest take the one on the right, on the lower floor. You'll see why. Because when doors close, go to the other side. And we'll just press up here. On the other side is actually a glass door. You rise your way up. And lo and behold, here is a Apatosaurus face to face. It's quite a sight. As I say, this is 98 feet long. It's the largest Apatosaurus display in the world. Here I am, the 2nd floor of Sam Noble. And from here, you could take a nice good aerial viewpoint of the famous fight between Sauropeganix and Apatosaurus. Just another way to look at this magnificent display. Of course, the tail kind of curls around here. Sauromagnex down here. And of course, the juvenile right by its feet. But I didn't show earlier, if you go over here while you're on the second floor, or if you're in, you can always look up from the bottom floor, the famous Pteranodon. Alright. Here we are in the Cenozoic exhibit here at Sam Noble. The one right in front of me is a giant bird. Is a Diatryma, one of the famous terror birds that existed at the time. You see various other mammal species around this area. I believe every single one of these right here represents fossils that were found at one point or another in Oklahoma. That single skull over there, that's a Brontops, kind of a rhinoceros-like creature. These ones right here, these tiny ones, Mericoidodon. Let me try it again. Mericoidodon. Good browsers at the time. It's a funny thing about Oklahoma, especially around this time, is that at one point in earlier Cenozoic, it resembled savannas of Africa. But further on, it, dried up to the later plains. This here is one of my favorite fossils around here. Gomphotherium, an early relative of the elephant. I just find this neat looking. Of course, what's not talking about the Cenozoic without mentioning the great woolly mammoth. And on the other side here, very nice display here. Fight between a Smilodon, the famous saber-toothed cat, and Arctodus, the short-faced bear. Here we have and they're fighting over a very large bison. Specifically bison latifrons. Sorry if I can't speak correctly. First time doing these. But it's a wonderful display they have here.